Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to an episode of CSGO News. This is the series where I show and tell you what's been going on in the CSGO community for this past week. That can have anything to do with the Paris Major, future updates such as where's the Champions capsule, including the 75% off sale, the full CS2 release, the leaked pin collection that we got a few months back, new customization coming to Counter-Strike, the pro scene, and much more. In today's video, we're pretty much going to be touching all of those with a few other things added on. Now, today's video sponsor is SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is a trading site for your CSGO skins. It's one of the easiest and safest ways to swap out your inventory for something new. Extra cash on every trade gets added to your balance. It also has a 30% deposit bonus. And if you use the link in the description or use my code MANDO in two different ways, one which adds 5%, totaling out to 35 for your deposit bonus. And if you're a first-time user, you can get up to a free $5 on your first trade. They also have a freebies tab where you can enter giveaways for free. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. Now for a quick PSA and those who are wondering, Mando Monday is still in the works, should be either out later today or tomorrow alongside a giveaway. Don't miss. If you have any questions for Mandalorian Monday, leave it down below. Now first I want to touch on updates. So yesterday being Sunday marks the 1 week mark since the Paris Major was concluded, yet we still have no championship capsule. Most knew and pretty much thought it wasn't going to happen over this weekend since most of the devs don't really work then, unless there's something literally game breaking and they're losing money. With the championship capsule not here yet, that also means the 75% off sale is pretty much nowhere to be seen or nowhere in sight. If Valve uses the same business model as years prior from Stockholm all the way up until now, even a few years before, they're going to delay the sale even more. But why is it taking so long? I'll briefly discuss some answers we had in previous videos. I think one of them is Valve is making, and they know this, that they're making more money from the Paris stickers than, let's just say, Rio, possibly even Stockholm, because a lot of people were coming off RMR not wanting to go in, so they're going to try and want to milk these capsules for as much as they can. But quite honestly, I think the main part is one, Valve is lazy, but we also have to take things into consideration like CS2. Counter-Strike 2 is the big prize here, and it's been what they've been working on for the past few years, and for me anyway, it's a big reason why, at least I hope in my mind, we haven't received a whole lot of updates or community feedback / discussions from the said devs. I think they could care less about some stupid stickers. The future of Counter-Strike is more important than a sale that's going to come anyway. But then again, it is pretty dumb that they make the bag off cases, yet they can't hire more employees for this said more problem that's going on. Now, secondly, for today's video is customization, which this is going to stay short and sweet since we don't really have very much information on it, and I just want to give my thoughts currently at this moment. So Gabe Follower has been tweeting the past few months way before CS2 released, and as of yesterday, he had a tweet, also a video, Counter-Strike 2 is a playground for developers. They may and will introduce a lot of new stuff. And he discussed pets, taunts, cosmetics, and new game modes. And taunts, for people who don't know, are pretty much emotes. So this could get very, very interesting. I might make a whole commentary just on my thoughts about this, because I think it's pretty big for CS in a good and also bad way. It's going to bring some more people in, going to make them some more money, but it's also going to make people upset that have been here since the very beginning for a few different reasons. But let's just say you're a little new to the scene. Counter-Strike players really don't like change. There's many reasons of why Counter-Strike is so successful, but one of the big ones is things do not change. They don't change things that need to be changed just for the sake of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix. But in this case, they're adding something new. I think it could be pretty interesting. It could feel a little too arcadey, and that's kind of my point, and that's what I think we'll discuss in the commentary. Stay tuned for that later this week. Now, second and last up for today's video, I want to talk about the pro scene and the professional CS player. So those of you who don't know, IEM Dallas is going on, which pretty much started immediately after this past major. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Howdy, partner. As it goes for players and teams, there's some pretty big news for Liquid and NACS as a whole. nitr0 apparently just stepped down and will be done after IEM Dallas, which is interesting since he left for Valorant and then came back to Counter-Strike. Now he's leaving once again. Now, like any other player, when they leave a team or they retire, their sticker, which if you're a viewer of mine, you should already know and be extremely careful, or don't invest or buy into the hype and FOMO at all. It almost never works. We take a look at some of his stickers, like from the gold from Boston 2018, which does look pretty good. This is around $700 to $800. One thing to keep in mind with a lot of these, especially something like this, they are pretty rare, especially nowadays. So the quantity being listed and sold is kind of in somewhat of a gray area. Someone could buy 2 of these stickers and make the prices look absolutely crazy when realistically they're not. This was $700 to $800, shot all the way up to $1,100, and then boom, we're right back here at around 800. The same thing goes with some other stickers like from Atlanta 2017, his foil 52 dropped to 35, and then with the new spike 75, and now we're back at 50. The same thing just happened with Kenny S, and I guess we're going to check in with that now. This is a little bit different of a situation because he's one of those, I guess you could say, MVP players, staple player in Counter-Strike history. For the longest time, we're going to take a look at the Cologne 2015 foil. These are pretty popular, but they are pretty old. These were $50 for the longest time. They spiked all the way to 90, and now we're somewhat evening it out at 75, with buy orders still at 50. As it goes for some other pro information, something I thought I'd never see, at least in my entire life, maybe not in this timeline, is Forrest, the professional CS player, formerly played for NIP, is now a stand-in for Fnatic in IEM Dallas. This was a pretty sweet moment for me to see, and I think a lot of fans of OG Counter-Strike. For those who don't know or just need a quick refresher, back in 2014-15 when NIP, Fnatic, two of the best teams in the world, these guys hated each other, and it was with a passion. You could genuinely tell after and before matches, and even on social media. Now lastly for today's video, very similar to the customization, I also want to keep it short and sweet. I want to now talk about investing in a Counter-Strike. What everyone thinks, including myself, is with the release of CS2, the market is going to go crazy, or at least spike up a little more than it is right now, which I'm 99% sure it pretty much will. One thing we have to remember is these prices are already up quite a bit, 3 to 5 times more than just 2 to 3 months ago. But the special thing about CS is it has a system like the stock market, but it has its own spin. It's just supply and demand. If people keep playing and these noobs that come to the game want skins, we're pretty much in a solid spot. I think people should also remember some of these wake-up calls we've had the past couple of weeks, if not months, if you've ran into one. One of these situations is the Desert Eagle Blaze. If you guys remember, I was talking about if you have one, you should maybe consider selling. This goes with pretty much anything this past little while. When every single case in that market was over $1, people were buying in at those prices when realistically, a lot of people should have been selling and waiting to go in. Just remember those situations and moments for when CS2 comes out. But once again, that pretty much wraps up today's video. A couple commentaries coming out of today's as well, based on customization and investing. I'll catch you guys in Mando Monday. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.